Have you thought about relocating to California, more specifically Central California? If the answer is yes, then this is a video that you are not gonna wanna miss, guys, because today we're out here in one of these super fast growing, beautifully built master plan communities, guys, with a very, very low HOA where there's not a lot of Karens, I don't think. And it's a really nice community though, guys. Driving around, it is absolutely stunning, lined with olive trees everywhere. It's really pretty, has a nice upscale feel. This particular builder that we're showcasing today used to be a family-owned local company. A few years back, it was purchased. It was bought out by a larger national brand, but for, I don't know how they do it, but they have maintained that personal touch, that family feel, and they let you customize these things, deck them out to the nines, whatever you want to do. It is your oyster, all right? So if all that sounds good to you, if you feel like living in a nice, new, clean, safe, beautiful, top-notch neighborhood, then this is a video that you should watch. So without further ado, let's dive in and have a look. All right, so before we go in, we are gonna be seeing this big bad boy right here. All right, it's actually the biggest floor plan in this series. Before we do that though, we're actually gonna go into this one, which is 2495 square feet, single story. It's got a really pretty elevation on the outside, all right? It's not as cut and dried as some of the other videos that I upload to the channel, because usually it seems like more often than not what I'm telling everybody is that, hey, what you see is what you get. There's no questions. That's not the case here, guys. So this house right here, okay, I just want to talk on this really quick before we go in. So this house right here behind me, I've got the thing right here from the builder. This can be either a 4 or 5 bedroom. It can be a 3 bath. It can go from 2495 to 2664 square feet. You're probably wondering, well, how can the square footage vary like that? How is there such a variance? It's because this comes standard with a 2-car garage, but there is a 3-car tandem option. If you've never heard of a tandem garage, that just means that it's a garage that is double in length, okay, at least on one side. So you can park one car in front of the other. So it's kind of like an L-shaped garage, if that makes sense. You pull one car in, you pull the second car in front of that car, and then the third car goes next to the second car on either the left or the right, depending how it's spec'd. So hopefully that makes sense. But I don't think these are spec'd that way. And even if they are, we're not gonna be able to get into the garage. But hit me up, I can give you more info on what that actually is. So it's not as easy as just saying, oh, it's a 4-bed, 2-bath, you know, this is the square footage and this is how it comes. It's not the case, guys. There's a lot of options here, a lot of upgrades, things like that. You can make it. So there's a possibility that your house, if you build one of these from the dirt, it may be the only one spec'd that specific way in the entire neighborhood. So there's a certain uniqueness to these, which is kind of a cool thing that you don't get with a lot of the other builders right now. But I could talk all day, so let's just go on and have a look. All right. So this is a pretty elevation. I love the stone. I'm thinking this is either like a Mediterranean or probably like a Spanish exterior. So you have the 8-foot front doors. Okay, they all come standard with that. All right, let's go in. All right, let's see. So let's check this thing out. My initial reaction is, wow, it's very, very pretty. It's got kind of a nautical vibe with all the light colors everywhere and the neutral staging couches. It looks really pretty. One of the first things that I noticed is not just the 8-foot front door that I talked about, but the 8-foot door is everywhere in the home. That is something that you don't get standard in most builders. So we can certainly find out if that's a standard feature. Some people don't care about that. They're like, hey, it doesn't make a difference unless I'm 7 feet tall. I don't have a problem with the standard 6-foot 8-inch door. Other people feel that it gives it an upscale, more fancy vibe. You know, it's a preference thing. Depending on what the cost of that is, if it's an upgrade, we can weigh out together if it's worth it or not. Now this is the first bedroom, all right? As you can tell, this is the first bedroom. We're gonna start right up here in the front. This is a nice, bright, I would say average to slightly larger than average size. That is a full bed. All right, there's not a lot of space to the left or the right of this. Little bit of space, nothing crazy. That closet also really doesn't appear to be huge. It feels a little narrow. Now, with the taller doors, that could also affect, you know, how it looks width-wise. It might look even more narrow, but even with that, I think it's a little bit narrower than average. Let's see if the closet extends at all. Okay, so that way, nope, that is actually it, my friends. So, not bad, it'll work. We've got a nice chandelier that probably doesn't come with it. I'm sure that's an upgrade. Then we've got the recessed lights everywhere, which is really nice. So it's got good, probably upgraded lighting. And then right off of this bedroom is a 3/4 bath. All right, that means that we have a nice sink. We've got a tub and then a really cool honeycomb tiled shower. In fact, I really like how they did the shower. It's pretty cool. Check out the tiled little honeycombs down there, and then larger honeycombs surrounding the interior walls of the shower. Let's see, you've got a window. Okay, not bad at all. I like. All right, now this flooring that you're seeing here actually is ceramic tile. It is not vinyl planks, it is ceramic tile. This is also going to probably have an increased cost. So it's just their business model and it's what works for them, right? I mean, it's good and bad, right? It's good because if you don't like what they put, you have the option to change it. But I'm not saying it's bad that it costs more, but it's just something to consider. When you see the base price and then the out the door price, they could vary drastically. So just be mindful. All right, let's see. We've got a nice, okay, this is a good storage. So we've seen the entry, and then we've got this space right here. The music in this model, by the way, is a little loud. So if you hear some background noise, that's what it is. Hopefully it doesn't get picked up by YouTube when I upload the video, because I don't want them to flag the video for copyright issues since there's like music playing in the background, but it's okay. We'll work it out. Wow, look at that. Okay, those are probably 18 to 20 foot ceilings. That is wow factor, my friends. That is actually really pretty. So I think I was actually surprised by that. That was a surprise. The height of these ceilings is insane. It gives this room a super, super large upscale feel. Look at this. Actually, let me pan all the way around here. Check out the banister. This is really cool. Very, very pretty. Love it. So, and this is a great size space, by the way. I mean, check it out. Look at the size of this room. So we've got a nice size couch, really big couch there, actually. All right, we've got our thermostat right up here. All right. Check out that kitchen. I like the gray. Now, I'm sure that's considered an upgrade to get the gray cabinets like that. I would be very shocked if that was standard, so we'll just call that an upgrade. This here is your pantry space, which is really large. All right, we got racks everywhere. They've really maximized this space, so that's cool. You can see where the staircase comes up right there over this. So this is good, very nice. Let's keep on moseying along, guys. Yeah, there's a loudspeaker right above me. So if you hear that, that's what it is, guys. This is kind of the chef's kitchen with this builder. That's an upgrade to have the hood over there above the range. And then the microwave built in here. Standard would be no hood. It would just be the microwave hood combo. This would go over there. In fact, you might even have a slide-in oven. I think this all is an upgrade to get the chef's kitchen look. I love the trim that they put around the top of the cabinets. It's really, really nice. Like, it's really cool. It looks good. And the lighting package that you see illuminating the countertops, I'm sure that's an upgrade as well. Look at how the lights right here are a different shade. It's like they're warmer than the rest of them. So that might be something that needs to be adjusted. Obviously not a big deal, like whatever, just a thing I found. So, all right, guys, I am talking a lot right now because I'm trying to talk over the music because I don't want the video to get flagged by uploading something with a copyrighted song. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I guess you'll know if you're watching the video, then it wasn't flagged, so that probably is a non-issue. These built-ins do not come standard. I'm sure that's also an upgrade. So if you don't get those, what do you put there? I don't know. Interesting. All right, I just want to jump into the backyard real quick because this is a big one, guys. This is a really big one. So the backyard, you heard me mention this a minute ago. Look at the size of this backyard. Like, this is a really, really, really great size backyard, okay? It really is. I mean, I'm gonna walk around so you can take a peek. It's really a nice backyard. I actually really love what they did out here. I love how they rounded the concrete here. It looks really, really nice. Now, these were phase one, okay? So when this builder decided to start making houses out here, this is what they did, right? This size backyard that you see here. Now, there was another builder, okay? Another builder that was building out here. They owned a bunch of land, large lots, bigger than these. Average lot out there is 7,000. That's bigger than this, my friends. Okay, all the lots that you get, if you buy one of these today, your lot's gonna have like at least 15 feet or so more backyard than what you get here. I think she said like at least 17 feet larger. In some cases, there's one with a 43-foot backyard, which is drastically larger than this, okay? But on average, 15 feet, not a 15-foot backyard, 15 feet more than what you get here. So you could build a pool, you could put in 2 pools, 1 pool and a jacuzzi, a fire pit space, a pergola space, a kitchen, a lot, guys. You can do all of that stuff if you buy one of these because the current lots are insanely huge. That backyard right there, we're gonna see in a few minutes because that's the backyard to the next house we're gonna check out. But for now, we'll just focus on this one. So far, I think it looks fantastic. It's a beautiful home. It's got a more upscale feel than some stuff that I've shown you guys before, probably. So the primary suite is upstairs, by the way. All right. So by the way, I do want to say something to you guys as you see me walk up these stairs. If you are relocating to the area, okay, let's say you're local and you're making a move across the city, totally fine, reach out to us. If you are relocating from across the country or wherever, reach out to us, guys. Let us help you with the move because it's a stressful process. And if I can help that stress go away, then that makes me very happy, my friends, okay? A lot of people feel like, oh, I don't want to reach out, you know, we're not ready. It doesn't matter, just reach out to us, send us a text. Typically what I like to do is set up a video call, kind of an initial meet and greet where I can meet you guys, kind of tell you about myself, our process, how we operate. And then more than that, I like to focus more on you guys, what you need. What are your pain points? You know, what can I do to mitigate the stress of doing a relocation by yourself? All right, this is the laundry room. I'll get back to that in a second. Check out this laundry space. It's really big. In fact, let me turn the camera around and show it to you. This looks really nice. This is your telecommunications panel for your internet. Out here in this community, they offer AT&T Fiber or Xfinity, I believe. Those are the 2 options. So back to what I was saying a second ago, I want to give a special shout out to Aaron and Nora because they are from New Mexico. They sent us an email, I think on Friday, Saturday morning, or maybe it was Thursday. One day, a few days ago, they sent us an email, let us know they are making a move out here for various reasons. And we were more than happy to hear from them. It totally makes our day, right? It makes everything I do worth it when people find the value in what I'm doing. It kind of motivates us to keep going too. So thank you guys for supporting the journey. But they're gonna fly out here in a couple months, month and a half or so. We're gonna meet up, we're gonna spend the weekend together, driving around, exploring the areas. They're relocating for work. They've never really been here or spent any amount of time here. So I'm gonna drive them around. We're gonna go around, we're gonna look at areas that you don't wanna be, areas that you should totally consider. We're gonna look at the good, the bad, kind of weigh out all the options that make sense for them, and then, you know, either make a decision or we'll meet again. And it could take 2 years to find the right place. It could be on the first meeting. I've had all of those scenarios before. The right time to do something is not when the government says rates are getting better, not when the news says this is the time. The right time to do it is when life happens and it makes sense for you guys, the stars align in your favor, and it's the right move. So that's the right time to do it, guys, and I totally support and respect that. So I will stop talking about that now. I will get back to showing you this house. I just like to take a moment, acknowledge that kind of thing, because it's a big deal, guys, and I really, really value every single person that reaches out. So thank you to all of you guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's keep going. Boom. Check out the loft, guys. This is awesome. So I've got an opinion here, okay? So this could probably be another bedroom. This is probably like a 5th bedroom option. Okay, what is this real quick, guys? This is going to be attic access right there. Check that out. If you ever have wanted to see in one of these attics, now you can say you have. All right. All right. Okay, by the way, this loft I said is probably a 5th bedroom option. That's probably what it is. I think the loft is an awesome feature. I would rather have the loft. One thing I will say though, let's say this is a second living space, couches, and you know they've got it staged with the TV. You've got this TV here. You've got the main TV down there. So if someone's watching a movie down there with surround sound with all the lights off, and you're hanging out up here trying to watch TV, that could be, I don't know. What do you guys think? Would that work for you? Can that act as a second living space when I've got both TVs in the same frame as we speak right now? I don't know, something to consider. I feel like this would need to be walled off, which would change the whole look of the space to make it more functional in terms of that. But I don't know, just a thought. It depends on your family dynamic and what you're trying to accomplish. So who knows, who cares what I think. But all right, let's check out the next bedroom, guys. Right here, kind of a cool light fixture. I think I've seen that at World Market, but I don't know for sure. Kind of a cool accent wall. This room appears to be a very fair size, probably about the same size, maybe a smidge bigger than the downstairs bedroom. I'm just comparing the space. Well, that's a more narrow nightstand. Same size full bed though, so very close to the same size. Closet is about the same, maybe a smidge bigger. Nothing drastic. Now this bedroom, by the way, does look out to the front. Okay, check it out. So, nice bedroom, guys. That there is a fire sprinkler, all right? Kind of a cool feature that all these new homes come with. It helps you out on your homeowner's insurance, I believe, as well, because it's got that fire safety feature. In the event of a fire, these things are meant to drop down and spray water in the localized area where the fire happened. All right, so if a fire starts in here, you know, the ones in the kitchen aren't gonna go off. Only these will be deployed, the ones in here, okay? This is a nice sized bedroom. I would say it's the same size as the last one. It just looks bigger because the bed's shoved up against the wall. This will show you the backyard though. Look at how much backyard you get with this house, look at that. And again, on the new ones, guys, you get 17 more feet, which probably would push this out all the way to the road. See the dirt like right beyond the fence? I don't know if you can see that or not. It's gonna give you even more backyard, even though this is a fantastic size, so. All right, now that is a narrow closet, guys. That is narrow. That's more narrow than the last one for sure. How do you feel about it? Would that work? Would that work for your like 7-year-old son? Maybe. Would it work for Sophie? Sophie is my daughter. She is almost 19 months and she has a lot of clothes, guys. I mean, they're all small mini clothes, like tiny little things hanging on the wall, but she's got a lot of clothes. So I don't know if a small closet like that would work for her or not. Maybe, I don't know. All right, outside of this bedroom, there is another bathroom right here. I love the dual sinks and the vanity there, nice. All right, and then we've got a shower tub combo. It is tiled. Now I believe this tile here is one of the standard builder grade options. It is grouted and tiled, so it's not an insert, so that's kind of a cool thing. I've heard it's harder to clean. I don't know. Looks pretty good, and then the toilet's also in here. So this is a nice full bath. We've got our exhaust fan up above. We've got a window here. All right, let's head across. So we haven't seen the primary. We've seen 1 bedroom downstairs, 2 bedrooms upstairs, the loft, basically everything else with the exception of the primary, which we are entering as we speak. All right, check this out. Well, let me show it to you with a light on. Therefore, you can see what you're looking at, right? Looks nice, guys. I think they did a good job. It's got dual sinks. It's got the soaking tub, which is fantastic. You know, a lot of people buy these and say they never even use them. So I don't know. Would you use a tub? Let me know. Does it matter? It looks cool. Nice shower, same type of honeycomb tile in the bottom. And then, yeah, it's tiled all the way up. It's got kind of that accent strip there of darker tile. Kind of cool, nicely spec'd. I like the angled door for the water closet. Don't ask me why they call that a water closet. They just do, so that's what we go by. Water closet. Should be called the toilet room, but what do I know? Let's see, the closet. All right, not bad. You know, 2,500 square foot, 2-story home. I wouldn't mind a larger closet, but I think this would totally work. I mean, really, it is quite a bit of space, but you know, what do you guys think? Is this enough space for all your stuff? All right, let's see what the room looks like together. Let's check this thing out, guys. Let's go. Okay, very cool, nice. Good sized room, not much positive, negative. It's just your typical bedroom. Hey, something else I wanted to mention. Somebody asked me last week on a call if these homes out here come with fences in between, because honestly, in other areas of the country, there are no fences. So I had somebody ask me, hey, do these come fenced? Because we really want to fence the backyard. That's important to us, which I totally understand. That would be important to me too. It's not something I think too much about out here, just because I've been here in this area for so long that you kind of don't realize that it's different in other places sometimes. But these yards do come fenced. All of the houses out here come with fenced backyards. In some cases, it's masonry walls like what you see on this one, with wood fences on the sides. Unless you're on a corner, then you might have a kind of a brick wall across the back and one side. But either way, it does come fenced and it's secured. You know, you can lock your gate and all that and have it totally private if you want. But those are great questions, because people from out of the area sometimes don't have HVAC, right? They don't have, you know, it's heating, you know, it's your central heating system, right? Your HVAC is your air conditioner, your heating, ventilation system. If you were moving here from the coast or buying a second home here and you live at the coast or something, maybe you're not used to having central heating and air. So that's not a dumb question, guys. Don't feel that it is. It is absolutely not, because it's not standard everywhere. It just happens to be pretty much standard here. There are some old houses, you know, 60, 80 years old, in certain areas of town where a swamp cooler is all that it's got. But nowadays, I mean, pretty much anything we're gonna be looking at. If you're checking out the YouTube channel, buying a house like anything I show, it's gonna have heating and air. So not to worry, guys. All right, so I've spoken a ton on this house so far, given lots of information, I hope. Let's walk over to the second house. All right. Let's head over to the second house right now. It is bigger than this. It's bigger, more expensive, just as pretty, maybe prettier. That's a preference. Gosh, it is bright out here, guys. By the way, I think it's about 60 degrees today. This is, oh, I forgot my sunglasses. Actually, no, I have them right here. Well, we're almost to the next house. So before we go in, I just want to tell you the specs on this one real quick. I've got it on my sheet here. 3243 square foot, 5 bed, 3.5 bath. This one also has the option for the tandem 3-car garage or just the 2-car. We'll get into pricing here in a little bit, but first let me show you the house, see what you guys think, and then we'll go from there. All right, so this is the floor plan that we're seeing. right, check it out. Let's head on in and have a look.
Front door.
Wow, that's a really pretty entryway. I love a good entry just like this. It's inviting. It kind of lets you have a landing space to drop your bag. Not that you're gonna drop it right here, but it's nice, right? Okay, well, let's go this way. Let's head in here and just start here, guys. So we've got a 3/4 bath right down here. All right, similar to the last house in terms of, you know, it's tiled and, you know, it's got a single sink, all of that. Okay, so with this particular floor plan, guys, with this particular house, you have the option, one of the options is you can spec it as what they call an in-law suite. Some builders refer to this as a next-gen setup, mother-in-law setup, whatever you want to call it, private living quarters. This house, you can do that, okay? So it would be configured a little differently structurally. This one would lack a bedroom because they're essentially giving you kind of a second living room for this suite. So check this thing out. I just wanted to explain that because as you're watching this, you might be thinking, well, how is this a bedroom? You know, you might think, is this the primary? It is not the primary. This is spec'd as... So there would be a wall here that would wall that off as a bedroom, and then your hallway would just turn like this, and then you'd have probably another door right here entering you into this bedroom. This is a big room though. See, this is big. Look at all the space you have from that dresser, that chest of drawers to this bench here. A lot of room, guys. So this is actually really, really spacious. Yeah, good closet, great size walk-in. Wow, they have really made good use of this, actually. It's interesting how they configure things so differently. Okay, so bath 3, door location will be here in production home. Okay, so apparently that bathroom would stay, that would be a wall, this would be a hallway, and then, I don't know, I'd be curious to see one of those because it's honestly kind of hard to just imagine based on this, it's hard to figure out exactly where the walls are gonna go. If they're putting a bathroom there, then would that bathroom make this an ensuite or would that be accessible to, I don't know, I'm curious. We can figure that out later. Let's just keep heading through the house. This is nice floor. This is not ceramic tile like the last one. It is luxury vinyl planks. Believe it or not, this is probably more costly, probably a higher end upgrade. This floor is supposed to be very durable, water, pet resistant, all of that. So that could be cool if that's your family. All right, we've got a very nice coat closet here on the left-hand side. All right. Oh, this is not a coat closet, my friends. I misspoke. Did I miss the coat closet? I don't know. This is definitely good storage space though. In fact, you can come in here and it kind of wraps around. You can see that, so this is good. I actually assumed that this was a coat closet. So I'm wondering, well, I don't necessarily see a coat, not that we need a coat closet. I'm not saying you need a coat closet, but that appears like it would be a coat closet. I think that's something we all assumed, or maybe just me, not sure. I love this here for the fur baby leashes. I've got Luna and Yeti, 2 husky girls. Luna is our fluffier one of the 2. She is sassy, I'm telling you, she's a talker, she's a husky, right? She's very, very fluffy, high maintenance in terms of the fluff. And she just turned 7 on the 10th of this month. So she's a Capricorn. I'm also a Capricorn, so I don't know if that matters. I don't even know what that means, but this is nice. My point is we have a little spot in our house kind of like this, and it's convenient, especially being right here kind of by the entry. If you take your fur babies out the front door to go on a walk, or if you take them through the garage, that's what is through that door. Either way, it's convenient because you can leash them up, get them outside on your walk. And then also in this particular community, we actually have a nice dog park, guys. It's a little bit of a walk from here. It's probably like a 3-minute drive. So however long it takes you to walk, well, you could drive in 3 minutes is how far it is. It's divided for large for babies and small for babies. There are some different obstacles and stuff out there, and it's called Central Bark, right? So out of all names, it's like New York Central Park. Central Bark. It's very catchy, very clever, pretty cool. You have access to that and as part of your HOA dues, so kind of cool. And then right here is a guest bath, okay? So this is just a little powder room. I like that blue tile, you know? I mean, I'm not really like into this, but this looks really nice. I like the glossy blue, it's kind of cool. Good cabinets. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it looks like it's missing a door, but you also can't have a door there because how would you open it with the toilet? So I guess that makes sense. I guess they're being functional. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like that, or does that look funky? What do you think? I don't know. It works. All right, guys, let's head into the great room. All right. It's beautiful. I'm just gonna show you the kitchen because it's absolutely stunning. Check it out. This thing is decked out, guys. It's got the chef's kitchen. It's got the upgraded cabinetry. And in fact, the last house had upgrade cabinets too with the higher, the cabinets that go all the way up. These are taller cabinets. These are like 42-inch cabinets in height right here. Standard is like 30, 36. So that extra length really elevates it. It's got nice lighting everywhere. It's got an upgraded backsplash. I love the black hardware. I mean, I really like what they did. This one also opted for the chef's kitchen setup with the commercial grade hood above the 36-inch gas range. And then we've got our dishwasher. We've got our oven and our microwave there. Off to the left, we've got a decent sized pantry. Okay. About the same as the last house, I think. Might even be a tad smaller, I'm not sure, but totally works, looks great. This is nice. I love when they do stuff like this. Like you have all your pots and pans, you can just slide this thing open. Okay, that's not soft close. Not soft close, that's okay. Let's do the door test up here. It looks really good though. Check out like how clean. I mean, it's brand new, so it should be clean, but it's very nice. It's got nice hinges, like it's really pretty. Not soft close. You can get it if it matters to you. I don't know if it's worth the money, but it's an option. I'm sure you can get that. This is a quartz material countertop. Really nice, pretty neutral setup. Look at that island. It's a two-tone cabinetry here. It really ties in nicely with all the staging that they've done. This is a farmhouse sink. It's got kind of a hammered look. If you can see the texture, not in the video, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah, very well done, guys. I mean, this is a great size dining space. That's a 6-seater table. You could totally put a bigger one if you need to. I'm sure, willing to bet money, that this to over there, those cabinets with that counter is an upgrade though. I'm sure that just comes as a wall, right? It's just wall. And you can add that, which really gives us a nice upscale feel. The shutters, I'm sure, is an upgrade as well. I've never seen that standard in a home before, a new construction home. All right, let's see. I'm gonna take you outside really quick. It's very similar to the last house, but I will take you out real quick just to show it to you. Since we're here, by the way, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, if you've watched the video this long, please subscribe. We love seeing our subscribe numbers go up every single week. It's really cool. And then it lets you be notified when we post new videos. And if you are actively looking for a house in this area, it might be helpful for you. So we do content every single week. Our home tour videos go up every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. And then every Wednesday evening, we're gonna be posting informational content. So we're gonna have more stuff coming your way. So if you do like the content you're watching, please subscribe to the channel and you'll get notified every single time we post a video. It's a great size, guys. I'm telling you, it's a great size. Bigger than most new constructions. And if you buy one now by this builder, you're getting 17 more feet, which probably would take you out close to that road. I haven't measured that, so don't quote me on that, but 17 feet, and that could be a little more, it might be like 20 feet, but still. You're gonna get even more yard than this. I mean, that's crazy, right? It's crazy. And you will have a fenced in yard. There will be a fence dividing each backyard. This HVAC, this is the condenser for the AC right here on the ground outside. So that's a really big unit, but this is like a 3,200 square foot 2-story home. So with one unit, that's a big boy. All right. Look at the sun, it's like golden hour. All right, in we go. These ceilings are 9 feet, kind of in these general spaces here, by the way, just so you know, 9 feet. I'm not gonna say 9 feet standard, but it's like very common, okay? It's very common. This room, of course, that's like super crazy, like 20 feet right there probably. Okay, I have a question, guys. What are your honest thoughts of this setup right here? What do you think of this? I mean, just really stop for a second and look at this. So you've got your couch, okay? You've got the kitchen behind me. You've got your TV here. That built-in, I think, is an upgrade, so you don't have to have that. And then you have these little bump outs kind of right here, okay, right here. They sort of divide the space. Like you really can't slide your couch over in front of that. If you want to move your TV to the left, you really can't do it just because you have those there. Now, I think if you opt for the 3-car garage tandem, I think that is walled off. So a wall would go from here straight across like that. And then that would be the garage. You'd back your car all the way here, I think. And then 2 in the front. I'm pretty sure that must be it because the door to the garage is right here. So one way or the other, that's got to be how they're doing it. So I'm sure that's structural, but what do you think of this? It's like 2 living rooms in one space. What would you put over here? And then all those built-ins on the back wall there are upgrades as well. What do you think, though? Let me know your thoughts, guys. All right, we've still got quite a bit to go. All right, the staircase kind of wraps back. It's like a switchback if you've ever been hiking before. All right, we got a nice upstairs loft. Kind of the same, I'm not gonna say issue, but the same thing as the last house in terms of this open space right here. Like, how could you be blasting music up here and then have something going on down here? It's divided, but it's not completely divided. So what do you think? Would that work for you? Maybe, maybe not. Let me know. I'm always curious of feedback. Here is your laundry room. Very nice. Lots of storage here. It looks good. I love the cabinets that go across the top. We've got all this space here for your washer and dryer. We do get a sink. That's probably an upgrade. I feel like everything I say is an upgrade. And some of these things could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure most of these things are upgrades. And if you have specific questions, just let me know. All right, check it out. Normal bedroom, nothing crazy. Not good, not bad. It's just your average bedroom. This is a front bedroom. It looks right out to the front. Interesting, your telecommunications panel is in a secondary bedroom. So that's where it's at. All right. Let's see, there's so many different paths up here. Here's another bedroom. All right. It's a big house, guys. I mean, it's 3,200 square feet. It's huge. I will say though, price-wise, out in this community, it's fantastic. I mean, we all know that homes are expensive. Everything went up during the pandemic and things got crazy expensive. But compared to other areas of the Central Valley, for as nice as this community is, for what you pay to live out here, it's actually very, very affordable in my opinion. Value-wise, bang for your buck, it's great, honestly. That's another narrow closet for some reason, not bad. All right, we've got another bath here, dual sinks. white cabinetry, looks good. Oh, okay, wow, it's actually a full bath. Actually, it's a one and a quarter bath because we've got 2 sinks, a toilet, a tub, and a shower. That's like 1.25. So we'll just call it a full bath. Technically, it's like a one and a quarter bath, but it's full bath. Not bad. Kind of a narrow tub. I mean, I don't know. It's big enough for bath time. I mean, Sophie would fit. I don't think I would fit, but I don't see that anyways. So not an issue there. All right. Across the way is the primary, which we've not seen yet. It's in the upper back of the home, all right? Now this is a good size primary. This is spacious. Look at the space. It's a king size bed. Look at the amount of space from the end of that bed to this wall. Huge. I love all the windows in this house. It's just so open. Look at how nice it looks out there, guys. It's really pretty. See the olive trees? That's what I was talking about, the olive trees out here. Really, really nice. Wow, this looks massive. Look at this. All right, so dual sinks separated with a tub, standalone tub. That looks pretty. Really, really nice tiled shower. Interesting shape of those back tiles there. I like it though, I really do. It looks great. Honeycomb floor tile. This is ceramic tile here. This is different than, every room seems to have different tile. Like this is ceramic tile, downstairs entry is LVP. The last bathroom had a gray tile. They're probably just doing that to show you different options as well. Nice walk-in closet here. If you need to charge your phone, you can do that right up there. Perfect. All right. And then we've got our water closet right there. Really spacious, guys. Really nice. All right, so what do you guys think? I mean, what are your thoughts on this house? Do you feel like, or maybe you don't have an opinion until you know the price. Is that true? If that's the case, stick around because here in a little while, we are going to talk about that. I've got it right here in my pocket. I just want to first show you where we are today on the map, and I want to show you kind of what's around here. By the way, if you are serious about this community, reach out to me. I actually live in this community. There's a couple thousand homes out here, I think now, and I live out here. I can tell you some things. In fact, I'm probably going to make another video coming soon about things I wish I knew about this community before I chose to move here. I don't regret moving here. I would buy here again, but there's just some things, little fun facts, maybe if you will, that you should be mindful of before making the decision. Before making the decision to move out here, because the last thing you want to do is move somewhere and then discover all sorts of things that you wish you'd known prior. So either way, shoot me a text, send me an email, give me a call, whatever works for you. It's very low key. We keep it very low key, laid back, guys. We focus on being available for people whenever. So yeah. Anyways, all right, guys, I've talked enough. Let's head back into the sales office, say bye to our rep out here, and then we will go to the map and talk pricing, guys. All right, so today we are in the Central Valley, as you know. Let me show you on the map really quick. So here's California, in case you are moving from out of the area, like out of state or something. This gives you kind of a point of reference. So we are over here on the West Coast. All right, we're not really coastal, but it's considered West Coast because we're on the west portion of the country. All right, today we are inland about 2.5 hours from the nearest coast, Pismo Beach, Monterey Bay. Fresno County is this dark area. You've probably heard of Fresno before. Clovis is a very nice neighborhood, little city within the county of Fresno. Clovis is fantastic. Today we're just a couple minutes north. Let's see, let me show you on the map today. We are right in this area. All right, so this community is a master planned community. There are lots of amenities. There's a lot of reasons you should consider moving here. Prices are slightly more affordable than Clovis, in my opinion. The property tax rate is slightly higher, which we can talk more about later. The water is kind of expensive in Riverstone, in my opinion, compared to Fresno County. because we are technically in Madera County, so we are closer to the city of Fresno versus Madera, but we are still technically Madera County. So with that, let me kind of show you what's going on here. All right, we've got 2 schools out here. We've got Stone Creek Elementary, and we have the new school that you saw in the video and some drone footage. Here's Stone Creek. We got 4 baseball fields, a lot of outdoor space, basketball courts, and I think there's about 300 students in attendance there, I believe, and I think they are capped out at capacity. So down south of here, over in this, wait, I think I went too far, guys. Okay, over in this area, they are actually building, it's all dirt here, but they are actually building the second elementary school here. I think it's Canyon Ridge, Canyon Creek, something like that. But that is planned to go into session in the fall for 2026. So if you do have kids and you are thinking of moving here, they could be the first class at the brand new elementary school that's currently underway. All right, if you like a neighborhood with lots of amenities, resort style things, such as the lodge, you probably saw some drone shots of this earlier in this video as well. We've got the main pool here. We've got a kid pool right there next to it. All of these cabanas out here that you see, you were able to reserve these actually. If you wanted to do a little party or something, you're allowed to reserve these cabanas. You can reserve the lodge and we did my daughter's birthday party and her, before she was born, the baby shower, all at the lodge. So that's a really nice place that is accessible to you. There's a nice community garden. There's a green space. And something really cool, though, about the houses that you saw in today's video is that the second lodge is supposed to be built right next to where these homes are being built. So if you're familiar with this community, take this road all the way down over here, not that far, kind of dramatic. The models that we saw today are these 4 right here. Well, actually, it's these 2 on the left. These are the ones that we actually walked through. You can see that now these are all built up in the drone shots. You can see, except for this lot here, homes are built in all of these spaces and across the way. The next lodge is supposed to be right here in this green space that you see. So they are currently out there doing lots of stuff, moving tons of dirt around, tractors. Like, it's probably a lot of fun for someone that runs the Caterpillar thing, right? But that's supposed to be where the next lodge is going to be built. It's supposed to be, and this is all hearsay, so don't quote me on any of this, but I've heard it's going to be more of a rec space with more pools, a bigger gym, pickleball courts, all of that stuff. In fact, we have that here already. In some of the local parks. Every park's got its own theme. Every builder has a specific park for that neighborhood that all the residents have access to use. So that's a lot to love here, guys. We do have a dog park that we already talked about. I showed you guys that a little earlier. And a lot more stuff up and coming, guys. So I think that if you are considering moving to the valley, you should definitely at least consider this space. Many people say, I don't want to move to Madera, it's too far. It's really not that far. It is 6 to 8 minutes from River Park, which is a gigantic shopping hub in North Fresno. So we're much closer to the city of Fresno than the actual town of Madera. So don't just rule it out and say, nope, don't want to move there. Let's go look at it together. Reach out to us. Let us give you the tour of the lodge, all the builders, show you what's going on out here. And then if you decide this isn't the right place for you, that's fine. We'll find you something in a better area that suits your needs even better. But I think it's worth considering. Okay, so without further ado, let me dive into the pricing. I've got it right here. The first house we saw today is it's the 5-bedroom, $24.95 to $26.64. It can be up to a 3-car. There's many different specs. It can be a 4 or a 5-bedroom. That house starts at $575, $490. All right, not a bad price for all that you get, but that is a base price. That is not the out-the-door price spec'd out the way that you want it. So we have to allow for that, right? And that also doesn't include the cost of the solar. The second house we saw, the big brother to that, the 3,058 to 3,243 square foot home, can also be a 5-bedroom. It could be a 3-car garage tandem as well. We talked about all that stuff a little bit ago. That one starts at $617, $490. For a really nicely spec'd one, like the one that we just walked through moments ago, you're probably pushing 700K. Do you think that's worth it or not? What do you think? Put in the comments below. If you want to see that house as well as some other alternative options that might be comparable but even more affordable, send us a message, put it in the comments, shoot us a text, whatever you want to do. We're here to help you guys. And if you just like the community but you're not sure what's going on out here, check out this video right here. It's a tour of Riverstone and all the little hidden gems around this community that I bet you don't even know about. So check that video out, reach out to us for help, and we'll see you next time.